Hello, everyone, and welcome to Briton Talk Podcast, the podcast where students and teachers come together and learn, share, and grow. I'm your host, Mr. Takdir, and today we're diving into a topic that's close to every learner's heart: film. I've got some fantastic students with me who are in the last level of Proficient 2.3 to talk about how they like or how they can learn or grow with film. Right. So first of all, please let's start from the most beautiful girl among us.
Afzal.
No, please, Difa, please. Introduce yourself, please, Difa.
Okay, just name? Only name?
It's up to you.
So my name is Andida Difa Akila Moda. I am 15 years old and I've been in Britain for I guess 2 years.
2 years.
2 years?
Okay.
I guess. I don't really remember the exact date, but I think it's about 2 years. And I'm currently a first grade in the first on the first grade of high school.
Mhm.
Yeah, and on the last level of Britain.
All right. Good. Next, please.
Hello, my name is Andy Muhammad Afzal Misa, but you can call me Afzal. Hello. Well, right now I'm on the second grade of high school, and I guess that's all for me. I guess I don't know.
Okay. Please, next.
Hello, my name is Andi Muhammad Mugnanda Raya, but people calls me Raya. And I think I've been here in Britain almost like 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah,
That's long.
and I'm the OG in here.
The OG,
With
the
Afzal.
OG. Okay, the OG with Afzal. All right, good. So, because three of you are students in your schools, of course. So, what do you like to do in your free time, guys? Do you have any activities or something that you like to do in your free time?
I think currently I don't really have any particular hobby that I enjoy doing in my free time. Instead, now I think I spend most of my leisure time with scrolling through the social media,
Of
or
course.
but lately I think I've been more interested with uh, films and movies
All right.
because yeah, I like to watch it from my TV, and like recently I've been a little bit drawn to K dramas, and and
Girls, yeah.
yeah, but like
Girls.
maybe it's I think I'm too far too late because like every other girls already watched so many of them, like they already watched a tons of them, and like I only finished one, but like I really love it, so like I want to try more
Hmm?
from the K dramas, and lately I've been uh, I'm really fond of horror and like action, mystery, thriller, things like that.
Mm.
Yeah. What about you?
What about the boys? Do you like K drama too? Do you like K drama?
No,
No, really. Why no?
some of it.
Some of it, all
Yeah.
right. Okay. So what about you? What kind of film do you like, or what kind of series maybe do you like?
Hmm,
And it's
something that is not from reality.
Oh,
Ah.
so
I like-
fantasy, yeah,
yes.
sci-fi,
So
sci-fi.
basically, I like stuff that probably only comes from the human mind and
Mm.
not just from reality.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
basically, I enjoy watching something that you cannot explain.
All right. So it's like something that's unusual,
Yes.
out of this world. So, like for example, like time travel, maybe. All right. Okay. What about Raya? What about you?
for me. I think I'm not agree with Afzal. So
No, agree.
yeah, because
That's his favorite. Why
No,
not?
It's okay. Everyone has a taste.
because
It's okay.
I don't know. For me, I like to watch a movie that I think that related to reality.
Ah, okay.
I don't want to spend my time watching such weird movies like when they show weird ghosts like
Weird ghosts.
yeah, you know. For
What do you mean
example,
by weird ghosts?
have you watched?
You have two horror enthusiasts here.
No, I want to be different.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so I really don't like it. Maybe some I don't know how to give an example, but
Silence of the Lamb.
no,
That's even weirder. That's even weirder.
I think so. That's
So like drama maybe, or
yeah,
like
maybe like
war,
drama.
crime, thriller.
Yeah, I like watching something like that.
Crime. Yeah. Man, okay, because we're talking about the film. So do you have any particular film that impact you? Maybe not one. You may mention some of them.
Um,
Yeah, observe
for
it.
me, it's the first Amazing Spider-Man
Because
because
is it Tom Holland? No.
no, no,
No,
The
Andrew
Andrew
Garfield. Yes,
No,
Andrew
no.
Garfield.
Yeah,
Andrew
Andrew
Garfield, right?
yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it's my first cinema experience.
Mm.
It is magical to me how the sound is so loud and
Ah, yeah,
The
yeah,
the
way
yeah,
wide
it's
screen,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and I
A lot of
love
people
cinema.
there.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching same things.
And that's what made me fall in love with cinema.
Ah, interesting. Hey, what about Diva? What about you?
I think it's hard for me to get an impact from the movies that I watch because
Mm.
I myself tend to watch things that is like far from my daily life, far from my reality. I would like to watch things that is like completely opposite of my life, because I think it's my life is kind of boring. So like,
All right.
why would I want to
Your
watch?
mom is here, by the way.
Why would I want to watch something that is similar to my life? So I would rather to
Alright.
watch completely different things in a completely different environment, completely different character. Um, so it's really to the point that I never really related to any character of the movies that I watch, except for maybe some, but like it's not that deep. So like it's not like that. It gives any direct impact on my personality and the way I act like as a person. So because I watch movie purely because I'm searching for an entertainment. So
Alright. So
yeah,
there is no specific film,
no,
is it?
I just want to have fun and like feel my leisure time.
Alright. What about
Well, for me, I think I have the same experience with Afzal, but different movies because it was my very first experience in cinema, and I watched Kung Fu Panda 2.
Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
Okay.
it's very very special because it's the
With your
first time.
mom? With your mom too?
Yeah, with my parents.
Alright.
Yeah, it is the first time in my entire life that I watch a movie in a big cinema with a wide screen and a lot of people, and I really really enjoyed it.
Okay, so what about the languages? Would you prefer Indonesian films or English film?
English.
English. Of
I
course.
think
Yeah.
I feel like English as a language alone is way more expressive than Indonesia.
Okay.
Because first English is way older before Indonesian come, because Indonesia is actually a very recent language, and like English has I forgot so much more vocabulary compared
They
to
evolve.
Indonesian. Yeah, because it
Yeah,
took
it
so
evolves.
centuries for them to evolve to this date. And because I think one thing that I love about English is because the formal and the informal language is separated by a very very thin line. Because in Indonesia, when you speak formal, you would use forgive me, like aku
Oh yeah.
or saya.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
speak informal, you would say something like gue,
Oh yeah, yeah,
like
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Some
So
phrases that
when
is
you
informal.
try to convey the watchers with the viewers with a more serious topic, but if you want to talk with a formal language, it would sound foreign to the
Yeah, yeah,
viewers,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it would
yeah,
rather
yeah.
feel like so pretentious and like so performative and like so you would need to use a rather more informal language. But with this informal language, it rather decrease the seriousness of the topic that they try to convey to the viewers.
Okay.
So because in English it's separated by a very thin line, so when they speak in a formal and more advanced word, it doesn't sound cringe to the
Oh yeah,
listeners.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's why that's why it feels so much better for you to talk about serious topics in English rather than in Indonesia. Because
I
it
see, I
sounds
see, I see.
easier for people to take seriously.
And also in English we've got some our own satisfaction in hearing
Yeah.
people, especially if they have certain accents, yeah, right?
Yeah.
So English or Indonesia for both of you?
Of course, English.
Of course, English.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Indonesia movie is not maybe. It's not maybe.
And
Most of
no
the-
offense,
maybe.
yeah, no offense
No
to
offense.
Indonesian films or
No, that's right.
filmmakers.
Most of the movie have the same pattern, especially in horror movie, because Indonesian people always love horror movie since 90s because
They try to be relatable to the
yeah.
audience.
Because
Ah,
And
we
so
are-
they limit their imagination
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
evolve.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And I think most of the horror movies get what get attached to the culture of Indonesian, and they try to hold it for the centuries, and that's feel very very bored.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I prefer English.
Especially as Difa said before, it feels cringe. You know,
Yeah.
some of the unusual words that maybe they use in the film, it will sound cringe for us, even though we are Indonesian.
Yeah,
we
because
use
we
Indonesian every
rarely
day.
heard anyone
Yes.
say things. So yeah.
Yes, all right.
It's not natural.
It's not.
It's natural.
Yeah, it's not natural. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Right, good. So, what about how do you watch films, or would you like to do it in your home or in cinema with your parents or alone? Because for me myself, I tend to watch film by my own in cinema. It's too. I'm wasting my time if I'm waiting for the others. Right?
Mm.
What about you? Would you like to do it by yourself or doing it with your parents?
I think depends, I guess. But because like if it's like a long movie, like 2 hours plus, I think, and like a very serious and kind of
Yeah,
boring movie,
it depends on
like
the
maybe
movie.
Depends
yeah,
on the movie,
you
right?
would rather to watch it in cinema, especially like movie like Interstellar, because
Yeah.
because it's not like
Yeah,
full
yeah,
of
yeah.
action, but like the visual is really what
Yeah.
talk
You
to
have
the-
to feel the immersive.
Yeah,
of
that's
the,
what
yeah,
I
the
regret
visual.
because
Yeah.
I watch it not in cinema. I watch it even if I watch it in plane. So like, oh my god,
yeah, that's the worst
it
place.
ruins the whole experience. Even though it's a really amazing movie, and again, it depends on the movie because there are some movie that I would, if it's like horror movie, I would rather to watch it with my, I don't know, anyone. Like can be my friend, can be my family, but like some other types of movie, I would rather to watch it alone.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like something that I passion.
What about what are you, son?
Um, like I said before, it depends on the movie. If you know the movie will be enjoyable for a lot of people, you probably tends to make your friends or anybody else watch it with you.
Oh
If
yeah, you'll invite people. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
and if the movie probably only um, how to
Like
say
not
this?
not that interesting.
Yeah, you probably find yourself interest in, but not for many people.
Oh yeah.
You just watch it alone.
It's niche.
Yeah.
It's niche. Yeah. Not only. Yeah. It's
only
niche.
for yourself.
It's only for yourself. Yeah. For example, like sci-fi. I'm the only one who likes sci-fi in my with my friends. I'm the only one, so I'd rather to do it by myself. Right. So because you've got some different taste of films, how did you or how do you usually choose? All right, I'm going to watch this in the cinema. What makes it important, or what trigger you to watch this particular film in the cinema?
Actually, for me, I just for me, based on my experience, I've never actually like uh, read the ratings first or watch the someone's review first for a movie. I just suddenly watch it. So it's
No
just
way,
basically
no
so it's
way.
basically a game. So that's why most of the because I am a horror fans. That's why most of the horror films that I've ever watched is very very trash. Yeah, like
No, yeah, most of them. Yeah, most
from,
of them.
from 10, I only got like 3 good movies.
Maybe now you have to sort them. You have to sort them. For example, if the producer like what's the name of the producer of Us?
Jogano, right?
No. Us.
Jordan
Jordan
Peele.
Peele. If it's Jordan Peele, maybe you should try it.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
Yeah. For me myself, I always read the review.
Yeah.
people's review, right?
Because you don't want to spend like waste your time and money to something that is like unlikable, and it's like, oh my god, why am I watching
Yeah,
this?
because it's not only
For-
5-10 minutes.
Yeah, it's
but
like
I
more
don't
than
I don't like to
an
watch a horror movie, but I already know the storyline.
hour.
You know, so I want to get the surprise.
you have to be
Yeah.
surprised
Yeah, yeah.
by the film.
I usually like sorted it from the way it looks, because if you can already tell what the story about from the synopsis and the poster alone, then I can already tell it's a bad movie.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, maybe just from the rating and like who is the director.
Mm.
If I ever heard about him, then I might probably watch
Yeah,
it.
but
sometimes,
Yeah, Afzal.
yeah,
What are you?
sometimes the marketing team is sucks basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, lack of lack of marketing.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, lack of
Sorry for my
marketing.
word. Uh, yeah, for example, Transformer One,
Yeah.
uh,
Like,
like the marketing team basically make it looks like a very children-like movie. No seriousness, only awful jokes.
Yeah.
And then when
It
you
was
watch it, it's
horrible.
basically every Transformer fan wanted
Oh
for a
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
I regret not watching it.
Oh really? You didn't watch
Yeah.
it? All right.
Because the betrayal at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
The marketing is so bad for that.
Basically, Transformers themselves are not Transformers films.
Yeah,
Specifically, they're not for children
Yeah.
because they've got some the adult jokes
Yeah.
and
The
for,
older
like,
movies.
the older movie,
Especially
and
the one
then
with
the Megan Fox.
yeah.
Ah,
Oh my god, you know that.
I'm not
I
a
know.
transformer.
I know her.
I'm not
Where the
transformer.
camera?
I'm not really.
No, you don't like robotic things.
I'm not that type.
All right, so you just like
Try
horror.
it.
You don't know
Yes, I
Megan
know.
Fox?
No,
No.
not Megan Fox.
Not that one. Not that.
We're talking about the
Just doesn't
Transformers.
like stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Megan Fox. All right, good. So what do you think about film itself, by the way? So because as we talked before, you've already have different tastes of film. Well, Raya with horror, Afzal with sci-fi, and Difa with K drama. Or K
I'm
drama.
just started.
You're going to drown into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You've got a bunch of films that you're going to watch after this,
Maybe.
right? And it's not only films but also series.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So what about how the films, especially English film, involve or improve your English in terms of maybe speaking, maybe listening, or whatsoever? How does it improve, or how does it trigger you to? All right. So I want to be like them. I want to talk like them.
I think it's really work for especially for children because at first I tried to learn English is based on the films.
Mm.
Yeah, and most of the films that I've watched is a cartoon for children like
Space Tune. Oh, you don't know
No.
Space Tune. Sorry.
No,
what?
Now you know I'm old.
I know Space Tune.
Oh, you know Space Tune.
Oh.
Space Tune.
Ah, yeah.
It's
I
a
prefer
channel.
I
It's a
prefer
channel.
Cartoon Network.
Cartoon.
Mm.
Yeah, Cartoon Network.
Nickelodeon is better.
Yeah,
Cartoon
no.
Network is-
No.
No.
Nickelodeon
Early
is hard carried by Space.
early 2000s. For early 2000 Cartoon Network is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you got Gumball, you got
Gumball?
Grandpa.
you
Wait,
got the
Gumball?
Grandpa, regular
Gumball.
show.
I know
Adventure.
Gumball. I know Gumball.
Have you ever watched it?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, it's just SpongeBob, SpongeBob.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kids.
Just get carried by stuff.
Yeah.
But you've never seen like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Jimmy
see.
Neutron, but
When I was
Cartoon
a
Network
child,
is
but like
better.
it was a very old series.
Yeah.
Cannot,
You're not related to it.
Yeah.
Cannot relate to it.
no, I relate to, but like it's kind of outdated now.
Oh yeah, so yesterday, yeah. So
Yeah.
Cartoon Network. What are the network or cartoons in Cartoon Network? What do you have?
There are
Adventure
a lot.
Time, regular show.
Adventure Time or regular show?
Yeah, it's the most widely series.
Family Guy.
Gumball.
No, not Family Guy. Family Guy.
Oh no, Family Guy is not from there.
Family Guy.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
it's
Like
It's
full
weird.
of
yeah,
like
full of dark
racism,
jokes,
yeah.
racism. Yeah. So please, you can continue.
I forgot what.
Okay, so because you've said before that you've learned through
Through
cartoons.
Yeah, I
early
think it's
days.
very efficient if you have a child. Maybe in the next 5 years you can.
Are you talking to me or what?
You can put it in front of a cinema and watch a English movie.
It's Family Guy.
Yeah.
No,
Oh.
maybe Gumball.
Gumball.
Yeah.
Gumball is also have they have some
No, well,
dark
like,
jokes.
Just a weird joke.
Oh yeah.
dark and weird,
And-
just like it's family friendly.
Yeah, it's
Family friendly.
It's-
All right.
Somehow it's it doesn't have any curse word in it, but like when the character is really angry, you can
Oh,
already
yeah,
tell they
yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
cursing in their own way.
Yeah. Many, so much blips. No,
No, they
Not
just
all the
say
time.
it in
In a different way.
yeah, different. It's not a curse word,
It's
but you can
like
tell that they
SpongeBob.
are cursing.
Ah, all right.
It's like SpongeBob curse word.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
like holy barn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. What about Afzal? How do those films improve your English or
Yeah,
trigger
just
you?
by hearing them talk and reading subtitle, it's like matchmaking the language. And sometimes it just spawn in my head because I hear that word a lot of time and I read what it means on the subtitle. So it just appeared on my head.
Okay. So it just pops up in your
Yeah.
mind, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay. What about you? What about you?
I think for beginners,
Mhm.
it's actually really helpful because you can add so many casual vocabularies in your to your vocabularies and like improve your listening. And it works to me. It used to work to me, but like right now, I feel like if I'm watching just like movies that is set on modern times, it doesn't really help me improve my English at all, except if it's like in set in the
Medieval era.
yeah,
Yes.
medieval era or like British with hard accent
yeah.
because
Ah,
really
yeah.
the thing that I need to improve the most is not only my advanced vocabulary but also my listening when it comes
Oh,
to
yeah.
hard British, you know, like
Yeah.
Murdoch British.
Yeah, that hard, very thick accent.
Yeah, very
Accent.
thick accent.
Very
That's
thick
why I
accent.
like to watch the historical one because you can tell the way they talk is like really poetic and like and the word that is used is really advanced
Ah, yeah,
and
yeah.
like you're going to have trouble to understand what they are saying without subtitles.
Okay, so for the last question for three of you. So, what is your advice for maybe beginner or learning English through film? So, do you have any advice for them? Maybe let's start from Deep. Do you have any advice for the beginners who are willing to learn English through films?
I think if you already know some basic word, I think you should watch it with don't watch it with Indonesian subtitles, but watch it with
Ah.
English subtitles so that you can train your listening and you all can also see this word is unknown to me and then you should search it up, look it up, and then maybe you should write it on your
Oh,
notes and
yeah.
maybe try to make some sentence out of it. I think it's really help you to remember the sentence. Yeah, but I think don't just immediately jump to like I said medieval or like hard English because you're
Make
going
it
to
make
get
it easier for
yeah
them.
you're going to get really confused.
For me personally, use Indonesian subtitle actually
Mm-hmm.
because it's literally the translation of what they were saying. So you easily know what they're talking just by hearing and seeing the subtitles.
All right. So if Difa say put the English subtitle, Abzal say put the Indonesian
Yeah.
subtitle instead. All right. What about Raya?
For me, I think I have the same idea with Diva because when you already know a basic word, you can train yourself to watch a movie by using a English subtitle because it's not efficient. Because based on my experience, it's not that efficient if you are just watching a movies that just using an Indonesian subtitle. So I think I prefer to advise someone who wants to try to watch with
If
English subtitle.
they have nothing for to learn for English,
Ah,
you know,
yeah.
like
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
they
Just
Yeah.
have
if
no
they know a
English
basic
knowledge. So I think the what they should do if they literally have no knowledge of English is
So we come to the
Indonesian
yeah.
subtitle,
Mhm.
and then if they know most of the vocabulary, they should switch to English.
Oh,
subtitle.
yeah. Yes. So if they don't have any basic English, start with Indonesian subtitle.
Yeah.
But if they are advanced enough or maybe have basic enough,
Mhm.
so they can change it or switch it into English. All right, good. So that is our written talk podcast for today. Thank you for all of my guests are here. Thank you for Diva. Thank you for Afsal, and thank you for Raya. And I'm Takdir signing off. Thank you and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.